And hello again, and today we find ourselves in my conservatory, surrounded by my bikes, which are in here because there's no room for them in the garage at the moment, since I need the space in there to work on my Kawasaki's. Now here we have a box that just arrived, and I've been waiting for this for quite a while, and in here, hopefully, is the exhaust system for the Z650/1170 project. And this is actually from a company called Delkavic, which is a UK based company. And a bit of background about Delkavic: they're part of a group that also owns a large bike shop called D&K down in Stoke-on-Trent, and they sell a lot of new and used bikes, as well as having a large amount of imported bikes from the States, both bikes and spare parts. And in fact, I've bought a few things from them in the past, and I've got a crankshaft arriving from the same place sometime this week. But anyway, back to this parcel here. What we have is a 4-to-1 system, and pretty much actually for Delkavic they seem to make the same sort of system for all kinds of different bikes, particularly the old stuff. They do exhaust systems for all Kawasaki Zs, Suzuki GSs, Hondas and so on, as well as the modern stuff, and they seem to make a very similar system for all of them, for all the old ones anyway. And what we have here is the pipes. I'm not going to unwrap it all, but what we have here is a 4-to-1 system. We've got the 4 pipes and a collector, and the whole system's made out of stainless steel. And when it comes to the baffle, which is here, let me just grab this. Here we are. You get 2 options, and the first option makes the bike, or rather makes the exhaust system look like an old Alpha 4-to-1 system from back in the day, back in the 80s, if you're that old to remember that. And that means it's a kind of very simple pipe, basically, straight pipe. And I didn't like them, and one reason I didn't like it is because if you have a baffle in it, which I wanted to have, I don't think they flow very well, they don't actually work very well. So I went for the option for the larger baffle stroke muffler, which is in here. Never seen one before, so I'm quite excited to see how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? And one more thing to say is that normally you get them, as I say, in polished stainless steel, but they do have a limited run of black strongly coated exhaust systems, and this is one of them. So when it comes to price, let me just take this out of here. Let's do that. So this is kind of like a satin black finish. In fact, let me take this out of here. Look at that, it's nice. Hope you can see that. Looks very nice, very pretty. And I'm hopeful that that'll look good on sort of blacked out engine of my Kawasaki Z1170. Well, it is a bit of a risk because if I don't like it, then it's quite an expensive mistake to make. The good news is, because pretty much all Kawasaki's are pretty damn similar, this system will fit on my new project, my Mark II project, so if needed I can fit it to that. Where was I? When it comes to expenses and costs, I've actually found Delkavic to be very reasonable, and I think that's why they're so popular. You can buy the same system in polished stainless steel for about £340-ish, something like that. And I think the smaller, simpler muffler option is even cheaper than that. And that's pretty damn cheap for a full stainless steel system. However, in my case, I went for the expensive option, the blacked out option. That's a lot more expensive, and that was, let me see, £520, something like that. I will put up the prices here actually on the video. I'll edit it and add the actual prices. And one more thing to add about Delkavic is, and this is quite unusual, they will sell you just parts of the system. So they'll sell you the header pipes and the collector on its own. And I think that's actually quite cheap. That's about £150, something like that, in stainless steel. And that's really, really cheap. And that's a fantastic option if someone like me, you're thinking of building a one-off system, because then you can get this fitted and then perhaps make a link pipe and fit whatever muffler you like to the bike. And in fact, that's something I might do on my Mark II version. I might just buy the downpipes, the collector, I've already got a muffler stroke silencer in the garage. Can't think where it's from now. I think it's from Vance & Hines, I'm not quite sure. But it's chromed, it's in good condition. So all I've got to do is make a lint pipe and I've got a nice system there. Although to be fair, it's not really about the cost, it's about making it look just right. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. What else can I add about Delkavic? Oh yes. There are quite a lot of videos on YouTube about bikes with the same Delkavic exhaust systems. I've not seen any bikes that look like my bike with this system fitted, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to look. But one thing I did like, and what sort of pointed me in the direction of buying one of these, is that they sound really nice. They seem to have a good sort of balance between being too quiet like an OE system and far too loud like an open system. They seem to have somewhere in between. It's not offensively loud, but it's not too quiet either. So I really like that. They've got it just right, I think. Now, no doubt you could pull out the baffle in this thing and make it really, really loud, but I'm really going off that now. I don't want a really loud bike anymore. So I'm happy to go with the baffle in option. Yeah, so far then I'm pretty happy with this. It's got some little leaflets, stickers, and no doubt. Oh, and yeah, what also of course is good is it comes complete with everything you need. You've got the clamps, they're black, and it also comes complete, I've just noticed, with copper seals for the exhaust headers. That's really useful, so you have to go out and buy them. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And down here, this little bracket. Now, this is the mounting bracket for the silencer, and it also includes what looks like a rubber bung. Yeah, this is the stop for the stand, the side stand. And again, and again, you can find some exhaust systems that don't include this, so pretty handy. Although in my case, I probably can't use this because the bike is so one-off and so different from a standard model, so I have to make our own. But that's not a great problem. So yeah, pretty happy with that so far. Unfortunately, I can't go off and try it on the bike because right now it's not on its wheels. It's just sitting on its sump, and it'll be a few weeks at least before I get it on its wheels. So this will have to stay in the box at least for the time being. But hopefully you can see the kind of colour of that. It's like a satin finish. Very well finished actually, very pleased with it, and it should be really hard wearing. So not only is it got a hard wearing ceramic coating on it, it's also stainless steel, so it'll probably outlift me on the bike. It'll never go rusty, I suspect. So yeah, so overall then for £520, £530, I'm pretty happy with that, and I look forward to seeing how it looks on the bike. But for now I'm going to put it back in its box, keep it all nice and safe. And find a home for it in here. There's no room for it in my garage. And so yeah. So if you are thinking of buying a Delkavic, or you already own one, if you own one, I'd be interested to know what you think of them in the comments below. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. Stainless steel, can't argue with that. Black ceramic coated, can't argue with that. Seems really well made. And I think actually it's held together with springs as well. I think you get the springs a bit like a Yoshimura system. So I'm not going to unwrap all this right now. I'll wait until I get it on the bike. Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I think £550, something like that, is pretty damn reasonable. Finally, I did have the option of making an exhaust system from scratch. But having made one before now, it's a hell of a task. And just the material, the bent stainless steel pipe, the straights, you know, blah 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 blah, the welding, making the collars. You'll spend £200 at least just on material before you even start working on the actual exhaust pipe and paying for welding and so on. So overall then, I think if you went for the stainless steel version, which again is about £350 complete, you know, you're not going to be able to even make that for that sort of price. So overall I'm pretty happy with it, and I shall look forward to seeing it on the bike in a few weeks' time. So anyway, that's that. So thanks for watching, and cheers.